Well, hey everybody, it's the Professional Lovers in Training, Patty and
Ow.
and sorry we're a day late, but we had a conflict last night, and so we had to watch and give our thoughts this evening. But you guys have a whole week to look at it, so we're not worried that you won't tune in. But tonight, our last two couples got married, or the last two couples got married. I'm married at first sight. I'm talking about it like
It's our show.
Right, okay. Amelia and Bennett, who are going to be comedy relief this entire season.
Quick comedy.
I mean, okay, how about that bridesmaid that was on the unicycle and she couldn't ride it?
Yeah.
Coming down the aisle. That set the tone for the whole thing. But yeah, they're an interesting couple. And the fact that I'm not really surprised that they met before.
No, well, they say New Orleans is a small city.
Yeah.
It's a little big city.
But they've got a pretty closed circle.
Well, definitely. I mean, when you get that quirky, you know.
And it's cute. We're not, trying to dog them or tear them down. They're just really different, but they're really different together.
Yeah.
And it's.
And even though they've crossed paths a couple of times before, they enjoyed each other's company as brief and,
Well, she did. I was a little worried at first when the way he was looking at her, like, yeah, we've met before. And
this is not
and
my first
when
time.
she said that, she was charmed by him in their first meeting, but then she never saw him again. So it didn't, but it turns out he was in a relationship at the time.
Kind of like us.
It sounds like, huh?
Another episode.
Okay, because I'm waiting to hear that episode too.
Right, at the reception that we were both at and never met.
Oh, no, that's not the same.
I saw you though.
He thinks he did. Anyway, that is another
She was
video.
cute then too.
Oh. Anyway.
In the dark.
Okay, it's getting worse. But I'm glad to know that he really did find her nice and attractive and fun, and so right now, I say they have the second best vibe. I'll tell you who I think has my first best vibe, but Bennett and Amelia have my second best vibe. I'm worried about Christina and Henry. Yeah, because
Henry's quirky, and he has a glaring insecurity
that is painful to watch.
Yeah.
The interaction between him and Christina was so awkward from his standpoint that it was painful to watch it.
Yeah. He has a certain insecurity. It's like an immature insecurity. It's weird that you're in a private setting or intimate setting and you have no clue whatsoever what intimacy is all about.
Yeah.
I mean, even in just conversation, and it's going to be awkward anyway.
Right. But certain personalities know how to get over that and create a certain a comfortable so that glosses over.
It diffuses the awkwardness of the moment.
Right. I mean, and we know that just because, being older when we met, before that, people are always setting you up. So you're always in those kind of awkward moments as your friends and family are trying to set you up with different people. And
that wasn't my case.
Okay, well, it was my case. Okay, so I had to learn how to overcome those awkward moments and help myself and the other person feel comfortable. Yeah. So there are certain personalities, certain people who can do that, and actually neither of them could do that.
No,
she didn't do that either.
Yeah, she wasn't able to kind of draw it out of him. But again, you wouldn't think you would have to put that much effort into doing it.
Yeah, but still, they were both very stiff.
Yeah,
and he, even before he got to the altar, you could tell he doesn't keep eye contact
Yeah. Well, he said that during the interviews
too
and just
long.
getting to know them as individuals long before the day when they were chosen. He even indicated he's not. He had to work on his eye contact with people.
So they have the worst vibe, I have to say.
Yeah, the most awkward vibe.
And I really hope that Christina has the patience,
Yeah.
which I don't think she does, has the patience to let him become comfortable in his own time, in his own way, because I get the sense that she won't have the patience. And what she thinks is kind of cute now, if he doesn't come out of that shell as fast as she would like him to, or by the time she thinks he should,
Yeah.
it's gonna be zero. She's not gonna want to. She's not gonna want to stay in it.
And there was one thing that he indicated or intimated as their segment ended, that on their wedding night, he wasn't sleeping in the bed with her.
Yeah.
And for a guy to say that, that shows you how, awkward he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I understand it. I mean, it's awkward. It's not to say that you have to do anything or it's expected, but I mean, you're now married. I mean, if you can't get to know a person when you're sleeping next to them, in the most intimate setting, in the most compromising setting, where both of you are vulnerable as you are ever really going to be, then there's difficulty ahead. But you got to be willing to give it a chance.
True. So I'm hoping that they can fight through that. And then we just saw the partying, and for me, the best vibing couple is Woody and Armani.
Yeah. They have fun. They enjoy each other.
Because they like to dance, and she's very, she's humorous.
She's confident.
She
has
confidently humorous.
Yeah.
She knows how to take she's the personality I'm talking about, who takes the awkwardness out of
she can
situations.
diffuse an awkward situation.
Yeah, and they play off of each other, and
they can do that with each other's family and friends. I mean, they were still confident in who they were, but still able to engage, other strangers and not make it seem so awkward.
Right. So I like their vibe, even though last week I was kind of questioning Woody's,
I think Woody's ready.
Readiness for this. Their vibe is cool.
Yeah.
I like their vibe. And Karen and Miles, I think they're gonna grow into their vibe.
I think that's like a jumbo jet taking off. It looks like it's lumbering down the runway, and the nose goes up a little bit.
Mainly because of her.
Yeah, she's reserved, and she's been single for 5 years or
but
whatever.
At least she wasn't as awkward as Henry, because they're
no.
both reserved people.
Yeah.
They both are risk averse people. They both said this is way out of their comfort zone. But she was handling it a little bit better. Once she got over that initial hump where she broke down in tears at her wedding.
Well, yeah.
But once she got over that, she mellowed out a little bit through the reception and area, and and when she said, "Do you rub feet?" That was a big deal.
If that's what you need.
Yeah, because I don't like feet. Except my own.
And I haven't given her a reason to like any.
And, yes, I mean, but, I would if you asked me to.
I wouldn't do that
to you. Yeah, that's not.
I'm a nice guy.
That's not my thing. So for, Miles to jump on in and, do the feet thing, that was major.
I think they're fine.
That was major.
They don't need to sleep in their wedding outfits, but hey, I'm sure that changed. She was hugging that pillow tight.
She was hugging it tight and going out. But I'm sure it was an exhausting day. I mean,
Yeah.
weddings are exhausting anyway.
Sure.
And when you add all of that stress of the anxiety of not knowing what you're getting ready to get into, um, you know, that makes it even more exhausting.
Yeah.
So everybody's married. Next week, they'll be starting on the honeymoon. And, like I said, you had good feelings over the last 2 weeks because it all starts out so wonderfully. But from the season clips, we know that it's going to go downhill at some point.
Well, there's gonna be some highways that don't have any curb on them, and they're gonna end up outside the lines.
Yeah, and we will be right there to comment on everything coming from our book. Oh man, I don't have the book.
Ooh.
But you know what the book is. Becoming a Professional Lover. That's the book that we'll be coming from as we talk about the different issues that they go through while they're trying to get to know each other. So next week, and I said, who's going to be the first one to have the first fight, and where's it going to be? On the honeymoon or afterwards? We'll see, but we know it's coming.
It's going to be Brett and company.
Well, I'm not going to make a prediction, but we'll be here to talk about every little thing that we see for you. So make sure you tune in, and we should be back on next Wednesday like normal. Until then, as always, in this time period right here, stay safe,
Please.
Stay healthy.
Please.
Think about other people as well as yourself.
True.
And peace.
Be safe.